Hi, welcome to the Active Value Investor channel. My name is Victor, and in this video, I'm going to be covering a semiconductor company by the name of Broadcom. Broadcom has been a really good growth company ever since they started. They were the little engine that could at the beginning, taking on big Intel. Now they have a bigger market cap than Intel itself, and they really have done well more recently. I'd like to tell you about it and analyze the company. I like to scorecard my investments and ask 4 key questions followed by a decision on that particular stock. First, is it an industry that I want to be a part of? Is the company operated and performing well? Is debt less than 3 times EBITDA? And I want a discount on the stock so I can expect to get an appreciation on my investment. Based on the answers to those questions, I either buy, hold, or sell that particular stock. Broadcom has really done well for quite a while. They provided a chart here in their 10K where they show where Broadcom has really been outpacing the S&P index and by a considerable margin more recently. So it's nice to see that they've been doing well. I've been an investor in Broadcom, invested in about the 2020 timeframe. So I did see that nice rise, and then I sold a position once the stock price got way ahead of the valuation I had for them. And now I've come back and bought more recently, about 30 days ago, back into Broadcom. Let's take a look at their financials. They have a fiscal year that ends at the end of October, and they have a complete set of books for the 2022 fiscal year. The income statement looks great. Their growth is really good. If you look at the top line, nice consistent growth going from 17 billion to 21 billion to 26 billion. Excellent job, Broadcom. Profit went from 2.6 billion to 6.4 billion up to 11 billion. Excellent work. Very well operated company. Their EBITDA was 14.2 billion. Looking at the balance sheet looks great. Debt has not really grown from year to year. That's awesome. And if you compare debt to EBITDA, they're below that 3x number that I really like to see. So it goes to show that the company doesn't have that much debt. Very good balance sheet. Moving over to the cash flow statement. Again, I like to see growth in free operating cash flow. And they went from 12 billion to 13.7 to 16.7. Excellent work, Broadcom. Compare that to, you take their operating cash flow minus purchases of property, plant, and equipment, and we get our free cash flow of 16.3 billion. Looking at their 5-year chart, you could see that overall it's been a very good investment for the investor that made the investment 5 years ago. But it did have a peak at the end of 2022, and then it's fallen. So I think it provided an opportunity. In fact, if you look at the 12-month, it went up 37% in the last 4 months. So really, if you're looking at this stock, really do your homework, see the intrinsic value. You really realize that, hey, Broadcom's a really good company. I want to be an owner. I just want to pay the right price. You could have gotten in the last 4 months and be up on the stock. I got in about a month ago, so I didn't participate in all 37%, but I'm doing okay. I'm up 9% on my purchase, and I continue to buy shares on dips. I like to value companies based on the free cash flows I expect they're going to generate in the future. In the case of Broadcom, they generate great free cash flow. They just closed their books, so I'm taking the number that they just closed with, $16.5 billion. I expect that years 2, 3, 4 will grow at 12%, and then perpetual growth would be at 4%. Their discount rate is a weighted average cost of capital provided by Finbox at 9.8%. So taking in those factors, the intrinsic value of Broadcom is $323 billion, but the market cap for the company is currently at $244 billion. So it offers up a nice 32% discount on the stock currently. It also has, again, a very nice ratio, debt to EBITDA of 2.75. So just to recap on performance for Broadcom, excellent year in 2022. I think they've got really good momentum. They're in the right sectors where semiconductors are needed. They're expanding into software. They even have cloud services as well. So great job from the Broadcom leadership team, all the employees, excellent work. They grew year to year, 21%. Over the last 6 years, they've grown at 13% on average. They have a PE of 7. Free cash flow is excellent. They have a yield of 6.7, and they pay a dividend of 3.14. So nice growing company that pays a nice dividend. Look at that. 2023 guidance, they continue to grow. In 2023 is my expectation. The dividend will remain the same. They've guided that Q1 is pretty much going to grow compared to Q1 of 2022, and they should do well in 2023. My outlook is I want to be in the semiconductor industry because it's a fertile market. We get semiconductors put into products, left and right, whether it's your TV, your toaster, your car, you name it, it has semiconductors. And Broadcom tends to make products that come in premium devices like the Apple iPhone. Broadcom has, their semiconductors in that device, as well as other, expensive items that we buy as consumers and businesses need. So Broadcom is a top performer in the semiconductor industry. They've proven that. They've been in the right product mixes and really have outperformed Intel as well as others in the space. I really like the stock. I think it has some good upside, not a tremendous upside, but it has good upside and it pays a really good dividend. All right, so let's go through my scorecard for Broadcom. It's definitely an industry I want to be a part of. As mentioned, I think very highly of Broadcom. Excellent company, excellent leadership team, excellent employees. Debt is less than 3 times EBITDA. The stock is currently discounted. Therefore, I've got a buy position on Broadcom. I'll be adding more shares on dips. Thanks for watching my video. I appreciate it. I hope you learned something about Broadcom. It's a really interesting company and worth taking a look at. I'm not recommending that you buy Broadcom stock. I just like to record my experience as a small investor in buying individual stocks and building a portfolio. Good luck investing in 2023.